What's up, guys? It's not back here with another video, and in today's video I'm going to be doing some news and rumors, not only just from WWE, but I'm also going to be doing some news and rumors for AEW. Now, a couple of these things you might know because they happened a couple days ago, but let's just get down because we have a lot of news and rumors to go through. So first we are going to start off in the WWE. So it is being reported, let me bring this closer. It is being reported that obviously we know there is a NXT 2.0 coming this Tuesday on NXT. And right now, people are saying that Vince McMahon and Michael P.S. Hayes are going to be taking over the new NXT. Now, as we know, Triple H has been running NXT these past couple years. I believe he took over NXT in 2012 and made it his own brand. So it's almost been 10 years of him running NXT. We do not know if this is confirmed. We do remember when Vince McMahon used to run NXT, it was sort of like a game show. It was not the wrestling that we see nowadays. So it's going to be weird to see how NXT is going to be run under Vince McMahon's control, if it is going to be under his control. So I guess we'll find out on Tuesday. Next, we have, also related to NXT, is being rumored that WWE / Vince McMahon has let go of a lot of their production on NXT, and it is now being said that they have a skeleton crew, which means they don't have really much people. And it's kind of surprising that they let go of production crew, knowing that there's going to be a new NXT. Maybe they just wanted to bring a new NXT production to like start off with a fresh slate with Vince and Michael P.S. Hayes. So maybe that just confirmed that Vince is trying to take over NXT, so he wants to start off with new production. So it's going to be interesting to see how this new NXT is going to go now that Vince might be taking over. We have some new faces coming to NXT, and now that we have production being let go and maybe new production coming in. So it's going to be an interesting couple of weeks here on NXT. Next up, it is Drew McIntyre has said that he wants to have a match with Tyson Fury at a WWE UK pay-per-view. Now, Drew has wanted a match against Tyson Fury for a couple months now. It was rumored that Tyson Fury was supposed to appear at WrestleMania 36, but obviously we know what happened. COVID happened. WrestleMania was sidelined to the Performance Center, so maybe we could have seen, well, Drew is in the title picture, but maybe we could have seen a match shortly after that. And it's surprising how Drew wants that at a UK pay-per-view. So is that maybe him confirming that there might be a WWE UK pay-per-view coming soon? But I would personally like to see that match. We did see Tyson Fury against Braun Strowman at a Saudi Arabia pay-per-view. It was a pretty good match. It wasn't the best, obviously, but it would be pretty interesting to see how Drew McIntyre would do against Tyson Fury. Now, a lot of people have known this, and it was an outbreak all over the internet. Friday on SmackDown was in Madison Square Garden, and they were paying tribute to the 9/11 victims. So there was supposed to be a women's match that was slated. It was supposed to be Zelena and Carmella against Toni Storm and Liv Morgan, and people were outraged that this match got cut because, if you didn't know, Zelena Vega lost her father in the 9/11 attacks, and it was in Madison Square Garden the day before the 20th anniversary, so it would have been perfect, and it would have been sweet to see her get this match. I do not know why it got cut, but right now people are just saying it got cut because of time, because a lot of people were saying that it was kind of a WrestleMania kind of feel, so maybe they just didn't have enough time with the matches going longer, or a couple segments had to get cut. I would have loved to see this match. Maybe it could have built up 2 new tag teams in the women's division, and maybe that could have been a number 1 contenders match. there was so much, and all these women, I believe, had new gear, obviously, because it's Madison Square Garden, and I do believe that Natalya and Tamina had new gear, so maybe they could have been involved tonight. It was just crazy. And also, as well, Kevin Owens had a segment cut at the Madison Square Garden show. It was not confirmed, not revealed what that segment was going to be. All I know is he got a segment cut. So there was a lot of people getting segment cuts. And hopefully this SmackDown is a little bit better. And hopefully everybody gets enough time. Next up, I believe that is it. Yes, that is it for WWE. Now let's move on to the AEW News and Rumors. Now, as we've seen on Rampage, Chavo Guerrero got beat down by his former client, Andrade El Idolo, and he got taken out by Pac. And now it is being said, since Andrade took out Chavo, that a former WWE Hall of Famer is going to be joining Andrade very soon as a manager. Nobody knows who this person is being kept secret. I wonder who this person can be. Obviously, it's going to have to be somebody who can speak both languages, because they have to be a speaking part for Andrade, because Andrade does not speak English that well. So it's going to be interesting who this Hall of Famer is, and it's getting me wondering what person isn't in good, well, I want to say in good terms with WWE, but what person would want to leave WWE to go as his manager. It doesn't have to be a person who speaks English and Spanish. It could be a person who speaks English. We do not know who this person could be, but it's going to be very interesting who they decide to put with Andrade. Next up, it is being said that Lio Rush and Tony Khan have been in talks for a possible return out of retirement for Lio Rush. Lio Rush went in retirement, I believe, earlier this year after he competed in the Casino Battle Royal and was shortly signed to AEW after that. I believe he went into retirement due to an injury, but I think his injury he's all cleared from his injury. I would love to see Lio Rush compete in the ring once again. He is a phenomenal wrestler. And I feel like he would have great matches with some of the, I want to say cruiserweights, but some of the high flyers in AEW. And he can go with the main stars as well, who aren't kind of in his weight class or his style of wrestling. So I would love to see Lio Rush compete in AEW or maybe somewhere else. But that's very interesting to know that they are not done with Lio Rush. Next up, it's kind of a news. If you watch the All Out pay-per-view, you will now know that Ruby Soho, formerly known as Ruby Riott, Bryan Danielson, formerly known as Daniel Bryan, and Adam Cole, he's not formerly known as anything, have now been signed to AEW. So they are all elite. I am extremely excited to see what these three superstars can bring. But the only thing I have to say is that a thing I noticed about AEW is that they try to get all the big stars to get people talking and to kind of say, hey, WWE, we are winning the wars. We're getting the views. We're getting all the talent that you let go. But if you realize, a lot of AEW's time on TV and from Dynamite and Rampage is a lot of talking segments. They signed CM Punk and it was the biggest, it got a lot of eyes on AEW, but then he was just doing talking segments, and then he had the match against Darby, and then he's back to doing talking segments. Daniel Bryan made his debut on All Out, and then he just did 2 talking segments. Similar to Adam Cole, just did 2 talking segments. And then with Ruby Riott, I know she's wrestling, but they shot her right up to the title picture. And AEW has a tendency to only have 1 women's match on the show per week. So what happens if Ruby loses to Britt Baker? What is she going to do? Just go to AEW Dark? She did something similar to that in WWE, so I think she would want more and better for herself. So it's going to be weird to see how these 3 signees work, because everybody can't get in the title picture and everybody can't be champion. So I think it's a good idea to sign a lot of these big stars and to give people who didn't get a chance in the WWE a chance in AEW, but they can't sign everybody. So it's going to be very crowded, and I think people are going to get frustrated with not being used. So yeah, I'm just making that early prediction. Something's going to change in AEW. And the final rumor, speaking of former WWE talent, it is being rumored that Bray Wyatt is slated to make his AEW debut very soon. It is supposed to happen this month. I do not know if it's supposed to happen on Rampage, Dynamite. Nobody knows. But he is set to make a AEW debut this month. It was kind of a shock to see Bray Wyatt be released by WWE. Not only for me, but for everybody. So it's going to be interesting to see if he actually does go to AEW, or maybe this rumor is just false and it was made up. But I'm excited to see what Bray Wyatt can do in AEW if he goes there. But similar to what I said about Cole and all of them, I feel like there's not going to be enough time for him. I mean, what is he going to do? Talking segments? What kind of character is he going to have? He can't have the Eater of Worlds because it's just going to be like he's copying what he did in WWE, and I think AEW doesn't like when people do similar stuff to what they did in WWE. So he's going to try to shy away from that, but then it's just going to be weird having all these big stars and not enough time to showcase all these big stars in matches or in title matches. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting, but I am excited to see if he goes to AEW. But that was the news and rumors for you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully you guys sat through this long video. Leave your comments on this news and rumors in the comment section below. I would love to read them and reply to them. But like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, champs.